So a little over 3 months ago, I had my last day at my corporate 9-to-5 job located in the stunningly beautiful financial district of Manhattan to be a full-time YouTuber. If you've ever been curious about what it's realistically like to leave a stable job to pursue your creative passions full-time, this video is for you. This video is also for you if you've ever been curious about what actually goes on behind the scenes of my vlogs. Yes, there are a lot of things that I don't talk about in my vlogs that I'm going to fill you in on here. And this is my extremely honest take of how it's been. So to give you a little backstory in case you don't know, I was an executive assistant working in office 5 days a week. I spent 9 hours at the office every day, 1 hour for lunch break, and otherwise was pretty much glued to 2 large monitors, organizing people's travel schedules, executive schedules, some personal life things, basically keeping everyone's life super organized except for my own. So I was only in corporate America for about 2.5 years. I had 2 jobs in those 2.5 years. And since I kind of accepted that I wasn't going to be really fulfilled from my 9-to-5 job, I decided I really needed to go all in on this YouTube channel that I had been half-assing for 2 years. And so that's what I decided to do for 2023 and really put my heart and my soul into filming and the edits and sharing my experience, feeling kind of, depressed and numb, hoping it would resonate with others.
It's currently a Friday night. I'm about to do a brainstorm session for writing a sponsorship script. It's more of a script, I guess, because I've implemented another character to it, so there's like different roles that I'm playing, which I've had a lot of fun doing. It's a time to lay out all of my ideas and thought processes without any judgment. This kind of like gives me goosebumps just a little bit. I feel like Donald Draper from Mad Men, just sitting and brainstorming, coming up with ideas to pitch. And that kind of stuff makes my heart race a little bit. Like my favorite part of all this anyways. Okay, now I have to work. Stop distracting me.
So once I was even remotely financially able to, I took the leap, running my YouTube business full time. And I cannot say that since then I haven't looked back.
I'm ready to start the lesson. Did you start with
Okay, yeah.
Because that's kind of rude because you
Yeah, just wait right there 1 second.
Yeah,
Sorry, my roommate's here. I forgot that I promised her she could join in on this conversation. So let me just get set up really quick and we'll continue with the video.
Welcome back everybody to Full-Time YouTube 101. Would you care to introduce yourself to the rest of the class?
Yes. Hi, I'm Chelsea's new roommate. I recently left my 9-to-5 job so that I could help her with her YouTube channel because, All right, let's get started. So one of my favorite things about being a full-time content creator is having the opportunity to collaborate more with brands that I love and that I believe in and that I want everyone else to know about too. For example, waterdrop. Oh, the sponsor of today's video. Actually, can we take a quick water break? I'm really thirsty. I see you drink those micro drinks all the time and I really want to give it a try. If I make you some, will you actually be able to focus for the rest of the lesson? Let's go. So I heard that waterdrop is daily hydration made simple with a mission to help keep you hydrated all day long using minimal waste. Oh, that's the micro drink. Yeah, exactly. I have been loving these for over 6 months now. It's a small sugar-free cube packed with the finest of plant and fruit extracts. It's really easy to prepare actually. Just get your water, whether it's still or sparkling, plop in the cube and watch it fizzle.
It looks like it adds an instant burst of fruity flavor to your water. Excuse me, do I smell pineapple coconut?
Yeah, it's my new favorite flavor. I assumed you'd like it too because, well, you're me. There's a lot of other flavors you can choose on their website too. Oh my God. That is so delicious and refreshing. I feel like I'm gonna be drinking way more water now because this is delicious. But wasn't there something else you had too? A micro light? Oh yeah, micro lights are a lot like micro drinks, except they have electrolytes that help aid in rapid hydration to help support you both during and after exercise. Oh, that'll be great for when we start half marathon training in the spring. Yeah, Yeah, I thought so too. Make sure to use my code. Oh, don't worry, I got this. If you haven't tried waterdrop, what is wrong with you? That is so dear. Clearly she's passionate, but in all seriousness, I really do love waterdrop. I got my mom hooked on it too because both of us don't really drink a lot of water naturally, so it really helps us stay hydrated throughout the day. So if you want to give waterdrop a try, make sure to click the link in my description box below and use my code Chelsea at checkout for 15% off your order. A big thank you to waterdrop for sponsoring my video today.
Water break for me now. Also, I'm holding this microphone because I lost the clip. When I first announced that I had left my job and I was going full-time, I felt like I had all the momentum in the world. I felt invigorated and really optimistic about all the things I can create now that I have the time. I rode that wave for a while and that was so freeing. The freedom part of not being like tied to a desk all day and getting to focus all my energy on me instead of on making everyone else's life better, that was an amazing feeling.
Hi. It's 11 o'clock. I still have some things I want to set up for this apartment. I've planned out to a T how I want to get everything done in time to film the apartment tour. I'm setting up all the furniture that I have tonight. And then tomorrow I have the TV stand arriving. I'm filming the brand deal in the morning, going for coffee. Then I come home, hopefully it delivers fine while I'm gone. I'm gonna set that up. And then Sundays when I film the apartment tour. This is a side that I never really share. Like I don't share my processes with this stuff. So, you know, I find it interesting obviously because it's what I love to do, but I never knew if it was interesting for you guys to know this. But that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of making a video. I have to set a timeline for myself to get things done and I have no boundaries with my work and my personal life. So thus I'm here at 11 o'clock setting things up. I bought this thinking it would look really good here. Maybe I should put some art there instead. This maybe feels more bathroom to me. Or bedroom. It feels a little bedroom. I hope I'm making the right choice. So it's just gonna be a blank wall for now. Well, let's set something else up.
One of the first things I realized when I announced that I had left my full-time job was that I actually care way more about what people think than I thought. Not about my looks. I don't care about that and I never will care about that, but I would get really insecure with what people thought about my life decisions, which I think sucked the confidence right out of me. I did not have any idea about the etiquette of like, if you're graciously gifted something from a brand, is there an unspoken rule of, even though they say there's no pressure to post about it, do you like post anyway because you feel pressured to? I had no clue what I was doing and I just did not understand the industry, which is interesting too because it's this mindset of like not feeling like I'm adequate enough, therefore I don't even know where to start, therefore I get overwhelmed and don't even like want to try anymore. I had that same mindset before going into the corporate world. Like I felt like I don't have the degree people want, I don't have the experience people they're looking for, there's no way I'm even qualified. Like I feel like I have to go back to school in order to get a well-paying job, in order to be able to save and get out of this like hole of debt. But then knowing that I was able to somehow translate my skills as an actor and a waitress to get a corporate job. If I could do that, then I could do this too.
I love that. It's a little shorter than I thought I bought, but I still really like it. I like the wood. A win is a win. I'll take the win.
So last summer, I luckily signed with a talent agency, one that I absolutely adore. I feel like I just got so lucky. I have 2 managers and I consider them my friends and I really trust them to represent me well, and I feel like they trust me as well. I definitely have gotten some questions about what my managers actually do when I brought up that I'm signed with a management company, and they do all the admin heavy lifting for me. They have the knowledge and experience and expertise to negotiate my rates fairly so that I'm, not taken advantage of as a creator, which does happen. They review my contracts for me and go back and forth with the brand, whether they want to add things or change things or whatever. They also handle invoicing after I do a sponsorship. They're the ones that send out the invoice to the brand, and they keep track of if I've been paid or not. I keep track of my own as well. All of this stuff takes so much time, let me tell you. Like, I used to be spending my lunch breaks and my commute reviewing contracts and Googling what a certain clause actually meant. And I was just consistently worried I was going to be taken advantage of, or I was going to get sued for missing something in a contract. Again, like, all of these things are personal decisions for each creator. There are plenty of people out there who don't want management, who want to handle all those things on their own. My personal decision was to have managers.
It's so much prep. At least I have time to do it. None of this would be happening if I wasn't full-time on YouTube, you know. It's midnight now. The fact that I know I'm gonna go to bed and I can wake up at around 8 and get a full 8 hours of sleep and not feel like I'm falling behind, and I can actually do these home projects, that's huge. So this is pretty cool.
But this also brings me to my next point in my whole YouTube experience. All of this is so fleeting. You know, I could wake up one day and brands don't want to work with me anymore. You know, and that's a very real thing that could happen. And then where's all that income? What am I gonna do? But honestly, from what I've been seeing in this economy, going for your dreams and being a creator online, it feels just as stable as a 9-to-5. Because have you seen the amount of people that are getting laid off from their corporate jobs? And then what? I'm not gonna fire myself. I take full responsibility for my successes on this platform, and I take responsibility for my failures too. A lot of my self-reflections this year have come down to the fact that I realize I have never craved stability. To my benefit, but also not. I literally went to art school, got my degree in musical theater, and was convinced that I was just gonna live the starving artist life for the rest of my life, and that I was okay with that because I felt fulfilled in my creative art. I'm coming from a place of being conditioned to feel like I can just take the leap. Like, what have you got to lose? Especially for me, being single, no kids, no pets, like, I answer to nobody. I'm literally my own boss. I could not be more free in a blanker slate in my life. So I have the ability to just be selfish in these decisions. I'm not even sure selfish is the right word, but I have the ability to think about what's best for me and not have to worry about what's best for anybody else. It really is a lot more complicated to make a decision to follow your creative dreams in the US, because you have so much more to lose from what you don't get from an employer anymore. You lose a lot of those benefits that your employer just takes care for you. Like, you're paying significantly more for worse health insurance as a self-employed person, or you're just not insured like I am because I missed the open enrollment. I just wasn't paying attention and I missed open enrollment. That's a very real thing. So I don't have health or dental or vision like my employer used to do. I have a 401k, but I don't have an employer to match my contributions. And honestly, when you leave a corporate job, your 401k, it's impossible to know where to freaking put that. That's a whole nother story. No one is showing you how to navigate any of this. And that's why I say it can be such a messy time. That's why this last 3 months have been so messy for me, because I just don't know what I'm doing. When I'm vlogging my life, I'm very much all over the place, because that's really how it is. I'm all over the place trying to figure out the taxes situation that I've talked about. It's so complicated. It's almost like this country does not want you to deviate from the 9-to-5 system. But that's a topic for another day.
Please ignore the fact that my hair is completely slicked down from my hair oil. It's 2 p.m. I'm still in my pajamas because I honestly thought that setting up a lot of the apartment things is going to take a lot less time than it is. I like the mirror there. I think that's the best place it could go. But I'm really, really bummed because I got this to go. Well, you saw that it didn't work there. So my friend Julie came over last night and she's like, oh, put it here. I thought that looked really nice. And then it turns out that this is just straight up concrete, so you can't even hang anything. I finally got this. How nice, huh?
So what I'm getting at is I had to decide that I was okay to crash and burn in the YouTube career, but that my skill set and my experience gained from being an executive assistant is not going anywhere. In fact, I use my skill set every day as a business owner, and I always have that skill set to go back to if I ever need to. And that's comforting to me. I will always keep myself in check in that regard. If things are just going really downhill and I need to go back, I will.
I just finished editing the sponsorship. I've been editing the entire Super Bowl game and it just finished and we're in overtime now. San Francisco 22 points, the Chiefs at 19 points. I don't even know how to play football.
Testing, sound testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. So awkward. Welcome to my apartment tour. I need to like raise my energy. Ooh. Yes, I'm holding this tiny microphone in my hand because when I clip it on my shirt, it's way too far down and I really wanted to wear this shirt today.
Cannot believe that I actually finished filming my apartment tour. I woke up this morning pretty early to clean the bathroom, scrub some of the floors, take out the last bit of garbage, so it was just perfect to film. And when I was filming it, it took me about 2.5 hours. It was a lot of filming and I'm tired of talking, honestly, but I was just thinking about how far everything has come since my first apartment tour, and that was the video that got me monetized over 3 years, about 3 years ago now. And it's just crazy to have everything done here and how good I feel about it. But I have to switch gears kind of quickly because now it's 3:30 and I have a call with a brand for an upcoming collaboration in 30 minutes. I'm gonna organize some of the footage until then. I like almost can't relax until the call is over, and then I can just, you know, get in that flow state of editing.
I have been really open about my endeavors to find a part-time job. There's multiple reasons for that, including, you know, you can get a part-time job that gives you health insurance, and that's like the number one reason why I'm seeking a part-time job. But I think it really has been important that I find the right one. Like, I don't just want to apply to a job just to say I have a job, but it has to be a job that doesn't take so much of my mental energy. If I'm just being realistic, living in, you know, New York, another stream of income is always really good to have. And I realized that in these last 3 months, I expected to feel isolated for sure, because I work from my home every day, which is amazing, don't get me wrong. I realized I really crave community. And I don't know if there's any creators out there full-time who also feel a sense of isolation, like you really have to be proactive about making friends and finding where you belong. You know, that can get really complicated as a 30-something. But in this last 3 months of being able to have the privilege of self-reflection, I realized that I really do have a passion for community building, and I realized that from you guys. I really love the idea of connecting people and bringing people together, and I didn't know that until I had a community here. I can see throughout my whole life that it has always been there. So I would like to have a part-time job that utilizes that, and something else to focus on besides just my life and my content is really important to me too. Even in just these last 3 months, I went from focusing on everyone else's life and making sure everyone else was good in my job. But everything I do feels really self-centered now, and it is a weird feeling. Like I'm constantly in my head thinking about me and my life and blah. And it's been like not something I really want to get used to. Like I've had interest in being a part of my community now in Queens and volunteering and stuff, and I've done that and it's been really helpful, and it's something I hope to continue. And now because of my management company that I'm working with, like there's a whole list of creators that they represent as well who have now become like friends of mine.
It's 12:30 in the morning. I'm out here for a midnight snack. I ordered sushi in because I've been editing nonstop and I'm now hungry again because I ate dinner maybe like 4 or 5 hours ago. I ordered in sushi, as you can see. Did I say that already? I don't remember. I'm like 60% done with filming or editing the apartment tour. So I'll finish the edit tonight before I go to bed. But I'm a little nervous about like all the thumbnail and the title and the links and all the other stuff that goes with it. But I think I'm gonna just deal with that tomorrow. But I hope I get some sleep tonight because tomorrow I have an event I get to go to with a friend. Hey there. I'll be honest, I cannot find my tripod to put you up a little bit higher, but I'm running a little behind for my plans today, so you're down there. I posted my apartment tour this morning. I'm not saying this for like validation or to be like, oh, woe is me, but like I stayed up until 5 in the morning to finish editing it. I could have gone to bed probably, and I could have done it in the morning, but at night I'm in a better flow state than in the morning. I'm just like half asleep. Therefore, I just would rather stay up super late to finish it. But I was really happy with it. And I woke up this morning and it was snowing outside. New York got a couple inches of snow, at least
in Queens is a couple. I honestly don't know how much. I haven't left the house yet, but I'm leaving the house in about 10 minutes to go to an event. Like, what? An event? It's New York Fashion Week. I'm going to an event, but like, hold on. These are the boots that I'm wearing because it just snowed and the event's not canceled, and I'm not a canceler. So I'm going, but I don't know like how with it fashion-wise I'm gonna be. This is a part of like this career that I'm just not cut out for. But it's with a brand called Nude Sticks, and I'm going with Alexis Eldridge. Super stoked. She's still down, therefore I'm still down. And her and I are gonna grab a drink after. I'm stressed, but I'm incredibly happy.
You see my face. Look at these lips. Come here.
No, somehow like we look like we have a filter on our face, but it's our real face.
You were so airbrushed.
So airbrush.
Thank you, Nude Sticks.
Double vlog. Double vlog.
Bon appetit. Do I have regrets on leaving my 9-to-5 job? No, I don't. But I cannot say that I'm not still completely terrified about where this path is going to lead me. Feeling terrified is better than feeling bored. But I do miss my colleagues. I miss the teamwork aspect of being at my stable job. I miss the benefits. I kind of miss like being expected somewhere at a certain time, because I've learned that I can be incredibly lazy when I don't have structure. And I don't even think that's entirely my fault. Like, there's a lot of mental health things that have come up for me since leaving my 9-to-5 that I've been kind of addressing on my own time that maybe I'm not quite ready to talk about on my YouTube channel yet. I'm really hard on myself for when I am a couch potato, or I just like to sit and rot on my days off instead of working. And I just feel this intense guilt, like I need to prove myself in this new career. And then I feel overwhelmed and I start to self-sabotage, and it's just kind of like this cycle. But now that I'm aware of it, I'm trying to do things to actively change that. And that's including setting boundaries. Like right now, when you're passionate about something and you just get in the flow state and you just do not stop, because it doesn't feel like work. You get into the flow and I don't even have words for it. Like, the magic just happens. Magic is subjective, but something that you feel proud of like just pours out of you and you can't stop it. I am working more hours now than I ever did at my 9-to-5. So that's something I'm working on for sure. I can only hope that if you are considering leaving a stable job to pursue your career, that this is your sign to really go for it. But taking the leap to do something that you love, that you're not sure might work out, it's always worth the risk in some way, because you're just going to learn something about yourself no matter what happens, and then you won't have to be on your deathbed wondering what if. So if you have your YouTube channel or whatever and you're just starting out, or if you're not just starting out, just introduce yourself in the comments, tell us who you are, what your channel's about. I really hope this provided some sort of value to you, and a lot of it was word vomiting. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up before you go. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I love you. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!